What if everything you've ever imagined about prehistoric romance is completely wrong? When most people picture ancient humans, they imagine scenes straight out of a movie. Couples kissing under the moonlight, secret lovers hiding deep inside caves, romantic moments shared around a glowing campfire. But the reality may have been far stranger. Many anthropologists believe that what we call romance today barely existed in the prehistoric world. For our distant ancestors, intimacy wasn't about love letters, candlelight, or emotional connection. It was about survival. And the most shocking possibility? Some prehistoric communities may have treated intimacy with almost no sense of privacy at all. Imagine standing in a valley 20,000 years ago. Massive stone cliffs tower over the landscape. Tribes gather around fires. Hunters prepare their weapons. Children play nearby. And somewhere in plain sight, a couple engages in behavior that modern people would consider intensely private. No locked doors, no curtains, no bedrooms, just life unfolding in the open. But why? Did they simply not care about privacy? Or was there a deeper survival reason hidden behind this behavior? Let's dive into the dark reality. First, let's destroy one of the biggest myths. Today, kissing feels natural. Most people assume romantic kissing has always been part of human behavior. But the historical record tells a much more complicated story. Evidence of romantic kissing appears surprisingly late compared to the enormous timeline of human existence. Some researchers even argue that many romantic behaviors are cultural inventions rather than universal human instincts. For prehistoric humans, daily life revolved around survival. Finding food, avoiding predators, protecting the tribe, raising children. Every decision was shaped by one brutal reality: stay alive. In that environment, intimacy may have been viewed less as a romantic experience and more as a normal biological part of life, no different from eating, sleeping, or hunting. But that creates another mystery. If giant caves existed everywhere, why didn't people simply disappear into private corners whenever they wanted to be alone? The answer might reveal just how dangerous their world really was. To understand prehistoric behavior, you first have to understand prehistoric fear. 20,000 years ago, the world was not safe. Beyond the protection of the tribe were predators, rival groups, harsh landscapes, disease, and countless dangers that could end a life without warning. Being alone was risky, very risky. Every step away from the group reduced your chances of survival. Anthropologists studying hunter-gatherer societies have repeatedly found that humans survive best when they remain connected to their community. Isolation creates vulnerability. The tribe creates safety. That means privacy wasn't always a simple luxury. Sometimes it may have been a dangerous gamble. A person hidden deep inside a cave had fewer eyes watching for danger and fewer people available to help in an emergency. In a world where survival depended on cooperation, staying close to the group often mattered more than personal space. And this is where the modern mind begins to struggle, because our obsession with privacy is largely a product of civilization. For most of human history, survival came first. Everything else came second. But if people lived so closely together, wouldn't that create constant conflict? Surprisingly, not necessarily. Many traditional societies developed powerful social rules that allowed large groups to coexist in limited spaces. Anthropologists have observed behaviors sometimes described as a form of tactful blindness, an unspoken agreement to ignore things that everyone already knows are happening. In simple terms, don't stare, don't interfere, mind your own business. The entire group understands the rule. People focus on their work, their tools, the fire, the hunt, or the conversation in front of them. Everyone knows, nobody acknowledges it. It's a social technology older than written law. And it may have helped prehistoric communities maintain harmony, despite having very little physical privacy. Only later, as settlements grew larger and societies became more complex, did humans begin creating dedicated private spaces. Walls appeared, rooms appeared, permanent homes appeared, and gradually, privacy became something people expected rather than something they rarely experienced. So the next time you close your bedroom door, pull the curtain shut, or complain about a lack of personal space, remember this. For most of human history, privacy was not a basic human right. It was a luxury. Our ancestors lived in a world where survival depended on staying close to the tribe, where daily life unfolded in front of everyone, and where the line between public and private looked very different from the one we know today. The truth is that prehistoric humans may have viewed intimacy the same way they viewed eating, sleeping, or hunting, not as a secret act, but simply as another part of survival. And without that mindset, humanity might never have made it this far. What do you think? Could you survive in a world with almost no privacy at all? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy uncovering strange truths from humanity's forgotten past, make sure to subscribe to Anomaly Things, because history is often far stranger than fiction.